Welcome back to the MLG Play 2000 series. I'm Revan, and that's Mr. X. And right now, we're watching Quantic Gaming versus Relentless. The next map coming up, it's going to be Standoff, Search and Destroy. And Search, this is where Quantic shines.
Yeah, this is where Quantic really does shine. You know, I would say Search is probably their best game mode, strongest game mode.
Search or capture the flag.
Search or capture the flag, yeah. And, you know, we're going to see some interesting strategies out of them. I think, is it Flawless that snipes, or was it Vengeance that snipes?
They both really snipe. Vengeance
snipe.
is usually the main guy, but now that they're without Vengeance, I'm sure Flawless is more than happy to step up in that regard. I mean, Flawless, if you don't know about him, he used to be on Optic Gaming when they first picked up a competitive team back in Modern Warfare 2. So
a long time.
He should be familiar with the sniper.
Yeah, he should be good with a sniper rifle, you know, and it'll be interesting to see how Relentless comes out and plays. You know, we saw in the last match with the team that Envy played, AA, they were using the light machine gun with the dual band, so it'll be interesting to see if we see some riot shield action or...
Yeah, Rambo was using a riot shield for Envy, but I mean, with that dual band LMG class, they really didn't do much with it. I mean, I think in all, he shot around 30 bullets.
Yeah, I would say 30 bullets. It was cool, like, he selected it.
Yeah,
I thought that was cool.
He didn't really put it to the best use. I mean, you got to be not aggressive, but you got to find a nice position to go to and just spray that thing. Spray and pray, you know, just force the enemy team. Like, it's especially useful here on Standoff if you set up packages. Just shoot so many bullets through the white wall, through the cube. We see that from Crim6 a lot. And just force the defenders out of the bomb site while your team pushes it.
It'll also be interesting to see if we see any riot shield use on offense. I think you could use the riot shield to push A.
We saw it used on defense, you remember that?
Yeah, we've seen it used on defense. I remember we saw actually, it was the guy with the riot shield executioner fast hands that, I mean, you hated it. I thought it was kind of interesting.
Just the executioner is...
It's like a mini shotgun.
There's still an executioner.
Not a fan, not a fan.
But this guy, Intake...
He's listening.
He's got it. And Intake, I know he's going to put this thing to use. So he's got the dual band LMG in his hands, going to packages, and now he's got FMJ on it as well. He's just going to let this thing rip. But
yeah, I'd like
unfortunately for him, there's no one in the bomb site.
Yeah, I'd like to see him just make it rain, though, right here. And he's listening. He's just going to fire away. And right now, if he's firing and putting pressure on that white fence, I'd like to see his teammates run into Cube.
EMP's coming out as well, won't connect on anything. In fact, first blood coming in for Relentless here at Study. He gets picked off cross map, so sniper action early on. Now Intake, he will find someone inside the A bomb site. It's going to be Kenny, but he's not looking in that direction, but he will be able to return fire. Should be a kill there for Intake, and look how quickly he just melted his opponent.
Yeah, I mean, that thing just melts.
It's a laser beam.
Quantic playing extremely passive on defense, and we've seen this out of them before where they don't start making their push. Oh, that was a nice shot, but they don't start making their push till about 30 seconds, which it's never good to push this late because something crazy happens. Like, let's say the bomb guy were to go down right here and the guy from Relentless were to get away. I mean, it's pretty much a round loss.
And now you see Kirasuda is the last one alive, but here comes Intake, who picked up all 4 kills in the round. And if you're out there, you're using an LMG dual band, we don't really use it the best. Study some Intake gameplay.
Yeah,
he just put on a clinic.
Yeah, that was great LMG use right there to Intake. And it's interesting, was he using stock?
What kind of player card is this?
No, I haven't seen it.
What are you doing, Intake?
Was he using stock on his LMG?
Yeah, stock, FMJ, and the dual band attachment.
All right, so he was running primary gunfighter and overkill. That's an interesting. Oh no, actually no, he had a secondary. Yeah, I'm sorry. But yeah, that's an interesting option to take a secondary right there. What do you think about that?
You could use a secondary. I think that's if he wants to be a bit more aggressive around the map, because you don't run too quick with a LMG in your hands. But it was actually all Kenny Docks off the start of this round. Takes out Assassin and Intake, and we saw Intake was rather close. Well, he had a good start to some score streaks, so he gets shut down there.
Yeah, and I mean, that was a smart play by Study to know that the player from Relentless was reloading in Cube and to push in right away. And, you know, right there, Kenny went pretty big. He got 2 kills, I believe, right in Cube, and I would have liked to see them get the bomb down right away and play a little more passive once they got the man advantage.
Look at Flawless. He is Canadian and proud.
Yeah, he loves Canada.
Yeah, so he's doing work from inside his igloo. Went absolutely massive on that Yemen hardpoint. He finished like 33-7. And now he gets the final kill there in Search and Destroy. So at the 2 rounds, there's your scoreboard. Intake on top, 4-1, 3-1 followed by Study. Intake, what do you got in your hands this time around? No LMG this time. It looks like they just want to do a full-out A-rush.
Yeah, you know, I like this play right here. You know, Relentless is probably expecting that LMG, so they're playing a little more passive on defense, which they are. And, you know, right now Quantic's able to catch them off guard.
But take a look at the minimap. You see 2 players from Relentless. They're going for a flank. It's going to be Study to spot this early on. We'll find 1 player exiting. Takes out Yo It's O on the flank, but there's still 1 more player behind him. Study Turn around, Study.
Oh,
It's going to
no.
be Kenny Dox. Does find one. There goes Study. And now he's looking out for some more kills, but he's immediately cleaned up. As now it's a 2-on-1 situation for Kirasuda. Finds one behind the tractor. That's going to be Intake, but he runs out of ammo. He's forced to challenge with the B-23R. Gets himself some decent positioning, but Intake with that Scorpion, he'll always win that gunfight.
Yeah, I mean, he got pretty far. I was surprised actually Intake let him get this far. You know, nice movement out of Kirasuda, but you know, yeah, you're not gonna win this battle right here with the Scorpion versus B-23R right at the tractor.
I wonder what Intake is actually using on that Scorpion, because I see he's not using the laser sight. Maybe some fast hands. I didn't see any extended mag either.
Nah, I don't know. Was he using
long barrel quick draw? I saw, but yeah, I think that's it. I'm adding up the points. He's got 3 points invested into slot 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 trophies, so yeah, long barrel quick draw is his only attachments.
You know, I think the long barrel on the Scorpion is pretty pointless.
Yeah, I mean, you're not using it to shoot medium range or even long range. You're using it just for those up close and personal battles. So
yeah,
you don't have to use long barrel on it.
No. I mean, the range on it's not too good anyway. So when you factor in like the multiplier on the long barrel with that range, it doesn't really go much further. So there's really no advantage to using it.
Check out this guy Kenny Dox. I think he's very confident in his search game.
Kenny's rocking a swarm right now.
What are the odds that he gets this?
If he gets a swarm...
If he gets a swarm...
I don't know what... I'll do something ridiculous.
I will... Yeah, me too. I
don't know
I don't know what I'm allowed to do on stream, but I will walk that fine line.
I can safely... I can guarantee that he will almost not get a swarm.
I will bet my bank account that he does not.
Can I check your bank account first?
Sure, if you want.
Well, I mean, now it's down to just a 2-on-1, which, I mean, we've seen them get down into these, I mean, they're not unmanageable positions, I mean, but, you know, it's just a little too, not too organized.
Yeah, so you see Quantic, they're always working the numbers against them, whereas Relentless, they're more focused on these 1v1 battles, but they're not finding 1v1. Instead, they're finding 1-on-2, 1-on-3, which obviously not the position you want to be in.
No, and they're winning some of the initial 1-on-1 battles, you know, but if they were to get in better positions and just help their teammates out a little more, I mean, they could do some damage, win a few rounds.
All right, so Intake, he's switching up his class again. This time he's pulling out the MMS scanner, but an EMP early on will shut this one down. And I'm actually surprised you don't pair the MMS with a hardwired class.
Yeah, that's kind of what you would really want out of your MMS class, is to have hardwired, because if you don't have it, it's kind of pointless. And I always loved the MMS scope, even just as a normal scope. I like shooting with it, and I always thought of it as, well, why would I take a red dot when I can have a red dot that can see through walls?
Yeah, why would I have a red dot when I could have wall hacks?
I can have why would I take a normal red dot when I can have a red dot that can see through the wall?
And MMS is something that we haven't seen used much recently. It seems like it's just not in fashion anymore. The cool kids, they're not rocking it on their class anymore, but into the action here, it's a 1-on-1 situation, Assassin versus Kirasuda. And Kirasuda, he's always been the last one alive. And take a look at this. Assassin, he's planting the bomb right next to him.
He should really check the bomb.
He's going to check it here. We'll find Assassin. Misses the initial shots. Assassin does get taken out. Kirasuda puts the first round up on the board for Relentless.
Yeah, I mean, he's been playing extremely well for them. You know, 5-4, going positive, you know, making nice plays. And that's what you like to see out of teams like this. You know, they're playing pretty smart game plays.
And it's always Kirasuda, the last one alive.
Yeah, he's always the last one alive.
And it's not like he sits back in the spawn. He's fairly aggressive around the map. You saw him get I think he got the first kill for his team in this round as well.
Yeah, I mean, he's playing extremely well. He's not kind of just sitting around and waiting to be the last one alive. They're trying to make some hero plays. You know, he's playing for his team and, you know, just staying alive and trying to get some picks.
I think he earned himself some camera time.
Yeah, he earned himself some camera time. And he's decently close to some streaks. I mean, if he were to get like 1 or 2 kills this round, he might have a Hellstorm.
So EMP check off the start does not hit anything in the back alley, but that doesn't mean nobody's there, because they could have not cold-blooded, hardwired on.
Yeah.
If you have hardwired, you don't get the hit marker anymore if you get hit by an EMP.
No, yeah, you don't get the hit marker, and I mean, that's huge, because tons of teams, they love to throw EMPs, just a spot check to see if people are around. And, you know, sometimes it's a little misleading because EMPs have such a huge blast radius.
All right, so Kirasuda, I want you to find a kill, buddy, but it's actually going to be your teammate leading the way. That's going to be Jingler. Flawless first blood in the round. Takes out Yo, it's O. As Jingler finds one in the cube, that's going to be Assassin. Is able to pick up that kill, and you see Kirasuda, he's going to make some moves through the middle courtyard, but take a look at the bomb.
I know.
It's down in the back alley.
Hey, I don't know. Do you think Quantic knows they have bomb down back alley, or No, it
Doesn't matter in the
yeah,
end.
it doesn't matter. They're just gonna go kill. But
Yeah.
you know, that's a bad spot for the bomb to drop though, back alley, especially
Especially when you're 3 teammates over near the A bomb.
Yeah, I don't really know what they were trying to do there, but I mean that's an extremely difficult spot to get the bomb out of.
And usually you don't want the bomb carrier kind of leading the charge into whatever area you want to push. You want to have, you know, we talk about like the aggressive submachine gun guy in hardpoint. Well, he's the one in search and destroy that should be clearing out the way.
Right, the bomb guy should never be the first guy in. He should really be the second or sometimes even the third guy and kind of watching the back. Because if you lead with your bomb guy and the push kind of fails, and he'll probably be the first one to get picked. If it does fail, it's extremely hard to get back in there and get the bomb back.
Kenny Dox making plays happen for his team. He threw out a sensor grenade, did get first blood in the round, but then he wound up challenging Intake, who's got the melt machine out in his hands right now, and he was able to make, well, he did some damage in round number 1 with this, and he was able to find a kill already. Currently on a 2-kill spree as his team. They have numbers in round 7.
Yeah, and I mean, right there, after Kenny Dox got first blood, it would have been nice to see him kind of fall back and just play a little bit more with his team on defense. You know, they had a 4-on-3 advantage, and right now, I mean, it's down to a 2-on-1.
And this is what you want the LMG for, just making it rain bullets everywhere where you think your opponent's going to be. You don't even have to guess right. And I love the fact that he's also using FMJ on this play.
Yeah, I mean, FMJ is just dominant on the LMG. You can shoot through almost anything. And I mean, Flawless getting the bomb down at B, it's going to be extremely hard for Kirasuda to pull this one out.
And I like Intake's position right here. He can see just about everything. He sees his opponent in the middle courtyard, and now he could buy a couple seconds here. Kirasuda was trying to time it for a safe time to kind of run across, but Intake, he was able to lock him down in that corner for a couple of extra seconds.
Yeah, I mean, with 100 bullets, it's extremely hard to run through this and get out of there for Kirasuda. He could have probably pinned him down there for probably 10, 15 seconds.
Especially if he feathers his trigger instead of just
holding it down. And I mean, you know, just a strong play out of Quantic too. Another team that using some subs, using some new guys, maybe trying some guys out for that position that Sensor left void, but a strong play out of them too.
And it was actually Flawless and Intake on top of the scoreboard. Flawless was 8-3. Intake was 9-2. So they lead the way for Quantic in map number 2, Standoff Search and Destroy. Another convincing win for them, and they're looking strong.
Yeah, they are looking strong. You know, they play in...
They've been lifting.
Yeah, they've been lifting. You know, we see them every week in each tournament. They always come out strong, and they always perform well.
All right, so round number 2, that was the first matchup we saw. I'm not sure if there are any other matches going on, but our Game Battles admin is going to look into it. So until we can find another match to head into, we're going to head to a quick commercial break, but stay tuned because more Call of Duty action is coming your way.